Hello students, hope you all are safe and enjoying well, enjoying with your family, your loving family. In the last chapter we have discussed about my family and we have discussed how your mother has accepted all the changes in the life. Yes, the woman has to accept all the changes, especially all the changes goes through in the life of a woman. So how your mother has adjusted with these changes, have accepted these changes. So change plays an important role in our life. Mother is an important part in our life. She plays very important role in our life. Starting from giving birth. Yes, we get birth. We take birth from our mothers. Mothers give birth to us. So let us discuss the next chapter, that is the young ones. Now, before starting the chapter, let us go through the hard words. Resemble. Resemble means look like, look same. That is called resemble. Mammals. Mammals means the animals that give birth to their young ones and feed their milk. If you see a cow and the cow gives milk to the calf. That means the calf feeds herself from the cow's milk, mother's milk. So they are called mammals. Womb. Womb is the part of the body inside the woman or inside any female animal where the baby grows before coming out, before taking birth, where the baby is growing. That is part is called womb. Adoption. Adoption means especially for the children who have lost their parents and the couple who don't have children, so they take them legally. They adopt them, that is adoption. Means to take the children legally and raise like their own children, that is adoption. Legal means as per law, as per the law, what the court says, what are the rules according to when we do anything that is legal. Foster parents. Foster parents means these are the parents who don't adopt the child but take care of the child for all the needs. Suppose there is a poor family who is not able to let their children go for good education. So what they do, these foster parents, they bring their child but they don't adopt them legally, but they help him to finish his studies. They help to fill needs of that child. So that is foster parents. Now, in the last class or in the last means in the third standard, we have discussed a big difference between living and non-living things. So there are many differences between living and non-living things. Like living things, they move, living things, they grow, whereas non-living things, they do not move, non-living things do not grow, living things breathe, non-living things do not breathe. If we go on like this, then we get one point, that is living things reproduce. Yes, living things reproduce, non-living things do not reproduce. We can see that if this is a duster, it is a non-living thing and this duster will never give a birth to another duster. So non-living things do not reproduce, whereas living things, they reproduce. So reproduction is one of the most important character of living things. Here, so reproduction, that is our chapter, reproduction. In other words, we can also say to multiply. So reproduction is one of the important feature of living things, is important characteristics of living things. That means to multiply. And why this reproduction is important? It is to carry forward the generation, to carry forward the species. Suppose if tigers stop reproducing, then in future we will not get tigers in the zoo or even in the jungle. We will be able to see only in the pictures or only in the TVs and in the photographs. So like that. So it is very important to reproduce or to multiply, to move forward their generation, to increase their number. So reproduction. Now if we say living things, We know that both plants and animals are part of living things. So in this chapter, we are not going to discuss about plants. We will be discussing about the animals. Yes, we will discuss about the reproduction in animals. Now animals, all the animals, they reproduce. All the animals, they have to move their generation forward. So because it is important to maintain the food chain also. Reproduction is important. In third standard we have discussed that reproduction plays very important role in food chain. So every animal plays very important role in this nature, in this food chain. So let us see. The reproduction is, it is the ability to produce more of their kind. More of their kind means the calf looks, when grows up, looks like a cow. Same way the kid, it looks like a goat. So in the same way, all the small young ones, when they grow, they looks like their parent. So reproduction means it is the ability to produce or to multiply more of their kind. They will look same. If a cow doesn't look like a monkey and monkey's baby doesn't look like a bear, they will resemble their parents only. Now there are two types of reproduction. How animals they reproduce. So animals they reproduce in two ways. First by laying eggs. And second method is by giving birth. So reproduction is the ability to produce more of their kind, and there are two types of reproduction in animals. One is by laying eggs and another method is by giving birth to young ones. Now by laying eggs, we know, we have seen many times even in the school, the eggs of the pigeon. Yes, so how pigeons, they reproduce by laying eggs. So we can say the birds, all the birds, they lay eggs. The birds, they lay eggs. So birds, all the birds, they reproduce by laying eggs. Now we have seen snakes, the reptiles, snakes, lizards, frog, crocodile, then fish. So then we have all the insects. In insects we have butterflies, we have cockroaches, and we have other insects like mosquitoes, flies. They all reproduce by laying eggs. Clear? So who will lay eggs? The birds. We have seen all the birds like pigeon, parrot, crow, sparrow, and even hen. Many of you might be eating eggs of the hen, even duck. So they all reproduce by laying eggs. Birds, snake, lizards, frog, crocodile, fish, insects, they all lay eggs to reproduce. They all lay eggs to reproduce. Now let us see. About giving birth to young ones. Now, when they reproduce, what happens? They give birth, they lay eggs, and the eggs get hatched into the young ones. The eggs, they get hatched into young ones, and as the young ones they grow, they resemble their parents. In the young ones, as a young one, they may not be looking same like their parent, but as they start growing, they look same like their parents. So that is, they resemble their parents. So how will they reproduce? By laying eggs. These eggs get hatched and the young ones come from the egg, and when they start growing, they look like their parent. Another method is giving birth to young ones. So here comes the word like mammals. All the mammals, they give birth to young ones. Now what do you mean by mammals? Mammals means the animals that give birth birth to their young ones and feed their children with their own milk. That means mothers feed their children with their own milk. So they are called mammals. They give birth, they get birth from the mother's body and they get fed with the milk of the mother. So mother feed the milk to their children. They are called mammals. Now if you see the cow, goat, if you see even some wild animals like tiger, lion, elephant, so there are many animals. All these animals, they are called mammals because they give birth to young ones. If you see a human being, then even the human beings are also called mammals because human beings, the mother, it gives birth to the child and feed her milk to the child. So human beings are also mammals. So we have seen here there are two types of reproduction, one by laying eggs and another one is by giving birth to the young ones. They are called mammals. They give birth to their young ones and after the birth, the mother takes care of the baby, feeds the baby with her own milk. So that is what reproduction we have seen here. Now the next one is how the mother takes care of the baby. What happens when the child gets birth? How the mother takes care of the baby. Now what happens? When the child before taking birth grows for 9 months in the womb of the mother. Any child, any baby, before, this is I am talking only for human beings, any baby before taking birth first grows, fully develops inside the womb of a mother. Then how it will get the food and oxygen? We know food and oxygen are very important for survival. So internally there is one tube that connects the baby to the mother. Yes, internally the mother is connected with one tube through to the baby. Through this tube, whenever the mother is eating the food, that food goes to the baby. When the mother is breathing oxygen, that oxygen goes to the baby. So it is very necessary, very important to when the mother is pregnant or when the child is in the womb, it is very important to give very healthy food to the mother because it's not only the mother who is eating, it is actually the baby who is also sharing the food, who is also sharing the oxygen. So we should always try to give fresh and clean air to the mothers and good healthy food. Now what happens after till 9th month, the child is still growing in the stomach, we can say in the womb. And what happens after 9 months, when the child is ready to come out, it comes out through the womb of the mother. Now after the birth also, the child is not able to eat or drink. Yes, you might have seen like your sisters and brothers, even they were born, they were not able to eat and drink like you. So how they will get their food? They have to be fed on their mother's milk. That means the mother feeds the children, her children through their milk. So by this they start growing. Then that is how especially in human beings, we take birth through our mother's womb and we feed on our mother's milk. Then there are special features of mammals that they take care of the baby and especially the mammals, they have hair on their body. By this hair, it is to because to block the, since we have pores on our body, it is to block the dust and other unwanted materials or impurities to get into our body. So mammals, they have hair on their body and they give birth to their young ones, and the kids or the small children or the small babies of these mammals, they fed on their mother's milk. Now, they look like, they resemble, they might be having some resemblance with their parents, either father or mother. Anyway, they resemble their parents. Now, resemble here means, I told you in the starting only, to look like. That means they might be having special features that are same like either mother or father or maybe of grandparents. So they might be having these special features, special physical features. Physical features means maybe the hair, maybe the color of the skin, maybe eyes, nose, lips, ears or anything, maybe the height. So these are the some special features that are being passed from one generation to another generation. Clear? So as the baby takes birth, the baby may be having special features or the features that are similar to either father or mother or grandparents. That means these features are passed from one generation to another generation, and these are called hereditary features. Also called hereditary traits, or we can say hereditary features. They are called traits also or features. That means the hereditary features means the features that are means physical features. Physical features means hair, nose, eyes, lips, skin color or anything like fingers, hands, whatever it is. When they look same like of grandparents or parents and pass to the child, they are called hereditary features. Now beta, everybody may not be that much lucky to have the parents with them. So what type of need they are in, because we are lucky to have a happy family with us. We have very caring, understanding parents who look after us, who take care of us. We have a wonderful mother who always used to take care of us. We have a wonderful father to take care of us, to fulfill all our needs. But there are people, there are children who don't have this type of facilities, though they have taken birth, but they don't have this type of facilities, this type of happy atmosphere around them. So what we can do for them, that we will discuss in our next class. So in this class, what we have discussed? We have discussed reproduction, that means the ability to produce more of their kind. Their kind means that look same like them. There are two ways how animals reproduce. One by laying eggs and giving birth to young ones. All the birds, insects, reptiles, they reproduce by laying eggs. The chick or the small ones, they get hatched from the egg, and when they start growing, they look same like their mothers, or they say like their parent. Same way here, the most of the mammals means they reproduce and they feed their young ones. They are called mammals. So some animals, they reproduce by giving birth to young ones. If you see the cow, goat, dog, cat, then in wild animals, we can say lion, tiger, bear, monkey, elephant, giraffe, zebra, all they reproduce by giving birth to their young ones. And even we, that means the human beings, we also reproduce by giving birth to our young ones. So 9 months the child stays in our womb, and after 9th month the child is grown up enough, developed enough to come out of our body, and till then it gets the oxygen and food through a tube that passes through the womb of the mother, and after the birth the mother feeds the child, and as the child starts growing slowly, it starts eating. Yeah. So then some features are passed from one generation to another generation, then especially physical features, and they are called hereditary features also. So that's all for today's class. Hope you have understood it very well. Have a nice day.